There are moments in life when everything feels still. You pray, but the heavens stay quiet. You hope, but the doors remain closed. You give, you try, you wait. Yet nothing seems to move. And in that silence, you start to wonder, did God forget me? Am I too late? Why is everyone else moving forward while I'm standing still? But what if I told you, you're not behind? What if I told you that the delay is divine? Because God's timing is never late. There was a man who planted a seed. He watered it every day, morning and night. But for months, nothing came out of the ground. He started doubting himself. He thought maybe he planted it wrong. Maybe he chose the wrong soil, the wrong season. But deep beneath the surface, something was happening. Roots were spreading quietly. Strength was being built in the dark, so that when the plant finally broke the soil, it could stand through any storm. That's what God is doing with you. You think nothing is happening, but deep in the soil of your life, roots are growing. Faith roots, strength roots, character roots. Because God doesn't just want you to bloom, He wants you to last. It's easy to believe when things are moving. When prayers are answered quickly, you don't question much. But real faith is tested in the silence. It's in those long nights when you can't see progress, when you pray and nothing changes, that God is teaching you the hardest lesson. To trust Him when you don't understand Him. Maybe you lost something precious. Maybe you were ready for a breakthrough that didn't happen. Or maybe you watched someone else receive what you prayed for. And still, you kept believing. That's not weakness. That's spiritual strength. That's heaven noticing your endurance. Because sometimes, God delays what you want so He can prepare who you need to become. You don't always see His plan forming, but that doesn't mean it isn't real. Think of Joseph, sold, betrayed, forgotten in prison. Years went by before he ever saw the throne God promised him. But every dark moment was a setup for his rise. You see, favor without foundation collapses. God wasn't punishing Joseph. He was preparing him. And the same is true for you. Every unanswered prayer, every delay, every no that hurt your heart is shaping something eternal inside you. Because when God finally brings it together, you'll look back and realize it had to happen exactly that way. There will come a day when all the waiting will make sense. You'll see the thread. How one closed door led to the right one. How one heartbreak redirected your life. How every disappointment carved space for something divine. In that moment, you'll realize God wasn't being silent. He was building something too big for you to see. And when that moment comes, peace will flood your soul. You'll stop comparing. You'll stop rushing, because you'll understand His timing was never late. So if you're still waiting, if you're tired, frustrated, ready to give up, remember this. God is not slow. He's strategic. He's building the kind of story that needs time to unfold. And when it does, it will be beautiful, powerful, and undeniable. Keep showing up. Keep planting, even when you see no harvest. Keep believing, even when you feel forgotten. Because your season of silence is the soil where your miracle grows, and when it blooms, it won't be on time by your calendar. It will be on time by His. Because God's timing is never late.